Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Yo, welcome to the podcast. This is We Seen It. Yes, and this is a weekly podcast that focuses in on the movies, TV, and the entertainment in between. I am your righteous brother, Pat.
That went from British to stuffer guy.
What's up, Patrick? I'm your bro, Josh, dude. And there's Kevin over there, bro. Let's do this thing, baby.
Yes, and we have our excellent guest.
What up?
We got say your
Ian.
name.
Big dog Ian here, what?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. In the mix. How's everybody doing today, yo?
God, I love that song,
You
by
went
the
from
way.
a cognate hello to
All of a
like,
sudden.
hey, dudes.
Bro, I'm not an actor. I'm not a thespian. You know
Man,
what
he
I
was
mean?
all over the place with that accent. But
didn't
I,
know
you know
where
what?
I
I
was going.
appreciated it. The effort was great.
That would be a great character in a movie that's just constantly changing accents throughout the movie.
I'm sorry.
For no
Like, I
reason.
can't fucking pin where this guy's from. And then friends are like, we gave up a very long time ago. He keeps saying Pittsburgh.
Actually, we turned it into a game. We actually turned it to a game. I owe this guy right here $50 because he picked this one.
All right,
my
so
God.
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome
Yes.
to 2023. This is the first episode of 2023. How's everyone feeling today?
I am feeling great.
Feeling great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's high energy.
That is a perfect sound for 2023. How's everybody feeling? Just that is perfect. It goes perfect because you just don't know what it is. You don't know if it's good. You
It
don't
just started out, so it's like it's at the beginning.
know. Yeah, exactly.
So, Ian, we heard that you watched all of Stranger Things. You watched all the seasons in one go, which is really impressive because I can't even do that. What'd you think of Stranger Things?
It was scary most of the times when 11 almost got killed by the mind flayer.
Mm-hmm.
When the mind flayer, like technically, like, grabbed her leg. Remember?
Yeah.
When it grabbed her leg.
In season 4?
No, I think it was like season 2 or season 3.
Okay. So let me ask
It
you.
was in season 4, episode 1.
With the vines, right? The weird tentacle things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mouth.
So far, what has been your favorite moment on that show?
My favorite moment was when the last episode of season 4 was when Eddie was playing Obey Your Master.
By Metallica.
Have you heard about Metallica and Obey Your Master before watching that? No? So your father hasn't taught you about metal?
No, never.
We are, we're very much a, we're a
Christian
Christian
music?
household.
Christian rock
No,
only.
you are not.
Understood.
We're a
Gotcha.
Christian household. It's mainly just gospel music, right?
No.
Mainly gospel.
No, it's not,
a lot of
Ian.
gospel.
Ian, do you like Metallica now?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Who
Good.
doesn't like Metallica when you hear "Obey Your Master"
Right.
while the kid is literally being swarmed around by vampire bats? Like, it was awesome.
That was the most metal performance ever
Absolutely, and like
on Two Earths.
Dustin there, like just watching, going, "Oh my God, this is so rock and roll."
Dustin,
Like, he was just-
Dustin was like,
oh, he said he also, Dustin was counting down basically how long he had
Yeah.
to finish the solo, to get inside the
And
trailer.
it was on point. It was like down to
absolutely
the last second.
ask me another question.
So-
I'll ask you another question. All right,
So
let's-
Ian, I know that you wrote down some questions
Yeah.
for today.
Toss it
in
over to Ken.
regards to Stranger Things. Do
Wait,
want us to
these are
ask you
questions for him?
I told him to write out some questions for him because I don't want him to be blindsided.
Okay.
And yeah, he wrote down his answers also. So like, if you can read his handwriting, which he's working on.
Oh, they get better, man. Don't you worry.
So who do you think? I mean, you've got 11, you've got Dustin, you've got all these different characters in all the seasons, right? Who do you think was the coolest character in Stranger Things?
Eddie,
Okay, and why Eddie?
because it's like really easy because I just love the song that he was playing.
So it was mainly because of musicianship, or was it
Yeah.
because of his old like?
Well, it was because like he was like crazy and he was like pretty cool.
He was very cool. Yeah, he was very much a. I think he was a person that was very open. Like he was
Like ready for fight.
not so much ready for a fight. He was very much realized like who he knew who he was. He was very comfortable with himself.
Isn't it funny? When he's like he walks on the table, go like,
Yeah. No, that whole thing. Okay, so when the writers wrote this story, Eddie is supposed to resemble, like Kevin has said in the past, he is the freak of like, he's the freak. He's the one, the outcast.
yeah,
basically.
what
And
did he-
Dustin and Mike and Lucas and the whole group, they're all a bunch of outcasts, basically.
And Caleb was an outcast that turned into a jock.
Wait, didn't
The basketball player.
Interesting.
He gets a taste of what it's like to be on the other side.
Yeah,
Interesting.
And he like sort of likes it.
yeah.
wait,
Caleb.
Did you
Well,
ever
his real name in real life is Caleb.
Lucas, my bad.
Yeah,
Lucas.
let's stay in character.
My bad. I got the names right here. Though.
Yeah, no, Lucas, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Lucas,
Lucas
yeah.
was like, yo, I want to try this other way of being. And he ends up finding out that, oh shit, man, like these people are not for me. You're not normal.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice this in one of the parts in season 4? I told my dad it was when 11 and Vecna were fighting. Well, like 11 and Henry were fighting. You can see on the Henry side the colors are upside down, but on 11's side the colors are like not upside down.
It was very interesting that he noticed that.
And
Yeah, it was.
then Henry
Really?
went into the upside down,
It
which
was-
means like he was going into upside down.
During one of the
Colors
memories.
were upside down.
Yeah,
During one of the memories that 11 had of that room that they were in,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
there's like a bunch of like strands of paint that are like, red, blue, green,
And then
orange, whatever, purple or some shit.
I just-
And so they were directly inverted on the side that Henry was on in the room and the side that 11 was on in the room.
and then 11.
So it's like the upside
I
down.
didn't notice that.
It was very interesting. I was like, wow, man,
Oh
that's
my
pretty solid, Ian.
All right, so we covered the person that you liked the most. Who was the character that you liked the least?
the least was Billy.
Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother?
I
Max's
liked him,
brother?
Like he was like a good person until the mind flayer.
Yeah, he
something
was
with him.
definitely on like
then
a
11
razor's
told-
edge.
And then 11 told Billy like something that changed his mind, like, kind of, and then he saved.
Yeah, he chose the last minute to really push and try to. Yeah,
11.
if it wasn't for Billy, all of them would have died
Yeah.
on that.
because-
Was season 3, I think.
Yeah,
it was
season 3.
Yeah.
Because if Billy didn't save 11, they all would have died,
Mhm.
and they wouldn't have survived, and that would be the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Season 3.
that whole end of the season, everything, there would be nothing.
So do you remember the very, very end of this last season, season 4? They were looking at the town
Yeah,
and you
the
saw the
town,
ash
yeah.
coming down like it looked like
It
snow.
was,
If
like,
if you had to guess what the next season is going to be about, let's say you get to write it however you want it, what do you think is going to happen in the next season?
I think it might be the end of the world, and they fix it back somehow.
Right? I agree. Probably fixing it back into the world.
But they
Uh,
have to like fight this other boss in order to fix the world. But not Vecna, just like another boss. Like if there's another boss, then Vecna.
Well, I mean, at the end, they did say
Stronger
that
than Vecna.
that Vecna was waiting. Like Will said, he could feel Vecna's presence, but they're in the real world. Why are they feeling Vecna's presence? Because all those, the X.
You recently saw a movie that was kind of borderline Halloween-ish.
Oh, it
and
was
called
great.
The Pale Blue Eye.
The Pale Blue Eye has Christian Bale, and you said apparently the bully from Harry Potter, the older, like the stepbrother or whatever.
He's the cousin.
That's crazy. Okay, his transition to freaking Edgar Allan Poe, and he plays like a spot on Edgar Allan Poe, man. Like
Yeah,
crazy,
that was really good casting.
crazy. I was like, man, there could not be a better person to be found for this part, because his head
is massive.
is massive, dude. It is massive.
That thing is
bro.
huge, man.
It is fucking
Yeah.
that's a huge head, man.
And you know, the crazy thing is, like, I remember we were talking about this before, like last year, sometime, that I was saying, like, Edgar Allan Poe, like, the only thing I think about is, like, that motherfucker has a big ass head.
Big ol' head.
But I don't know if that's canon or if, like, anybody's ever brought it up. But I remember seeing pictures of him, and I'm like,
No, his
that
cranium was huge.
Yeah, he
It
was
looked
known
big.
for that. Yeah.
dude- oh, he was known for that. Thank
Yeah,
God.
like that.
I ain't
Yeah,
the only
like
one.
you look at every drawing, every photo, he always had a big head. He kind of looked like the guy from the Flathead Guide from Dick Tracy.
Dude, actually, this guy looks like that guy. This guy looks like that guy.
Like without the freckles.
So what's great, okay, is that, you know, typically when you've seen Edgar Allan portrayed in movies, he's like this weak, feeble character.
Yeah.
right? And I was trying to, I'm like, how the hell does this guy got so much like tenacity, and yet he's looking like this feeble, weak guy? And it explains so much, Kev, because he was a big dude, probably like the majority of his life, and he played the bully, and then he dropped all that weight through, you know, whatever program, whatever program he was on, right? And he played, I'm telling you, because when you watch the movie, I'm watching, I'm like, I could see this being exactly how Edgar Allan Poe was, because there's like tales of him getting in fights at bars, of getting his ass kicked at bars, of
Edgar.
talking shit.
You talking
to
about
people,
Edgar used to do
of
this?
threatening. Yeah, dude, he was a bit of an alcoholic, bit of a drinker. But I mean, take note, everybody back then was
Was an-
mainly
yeah.
drinking alcohol or
I
caffeine.
mean, that's what doctors were giving you.
There was no choice. It was
That's what
either
doctors were giving
alcohol,
you.
caffeine, or just water. And it's like,
Or Coke.
or Coke.
They remember they had cocaine and gums and stuff like that.
I don't think they had gum back then.
They
Maybe
had gum.
did.
They had a cocaine gum.
I don't know. But so back to the Pale Blue Eye. It is, I guess, taken back into the Reformation era of our country, USA. And there's this crazy killing that happens, or a murder that happens, or a suicide. They don't know in the very beginning of the movie. They end up requesting this like infamous detective or famous detective,
Played by, this is Christian Bale.
played by Christian Bale, and God bless it, man. He plays the part to a fucking T. I don't think there's like a one character this guy has played where you don't believe it, like the moment he's just walking into it.
I know what character that was.
What?
When he played the guy from
Newsies?
no,